Hello learners, I am Sevanti and today we are going to do a chapter, Hawk Roosting. It's a poem and the poet is Ted Hughes. Ted Hughes, by name of Edward J. Hughes, lived from 17th August 1930 to 28th October 1998. An English poet who was renowned for his depiction of animal savagery, and that too in a very cunning and distinct style. He remained a poet laureate from 1984 until his death. Some of the famous poetic volumes are The Hawk in the Rain, Lupercal, Crow, Selected Poems, and Birthday Letters. True to Ted Hughes' style, the poem is unsentimental, unromantic, and centers around the instinctive nature of animals, here precisely to be hawk, who is cruel and ruthless. I sit in the top of the wood, my eyes closed, in action no falsifying dream, between my hooked head and hooked feet, or in sleep rehearse perfect kills and eat. In the given stanza, there is a conflict between the natural world and the human world. The bird, hawk, speaks in first person monologue. The very onset shows the arrogancy of the hawk. Critics even go to the extent of calling it a Nazi fascist or ruthless dictatorship. Its position on the top of the wood symbolizes the dominance, supremacy, and godlike stature of the hawk, which it boasts for itself. In the ecosystem also, the position of hawk is on the top. Inaction portrays the pride with which the hawk says that in order to maintain its dominance in its grandeur, it doesn't have to exert or move. Like eagles, symbolic of the Nazi power, the hawk considers itself to be the epitome of power and influence. Hooked head and feet instead of claws which bird possess is suggestive of the brutality and instinctive nature of hawk. True to its instinct are the physical features. It is personified as hawk in the speaker. My feet are locked upon the rough bark. I took the whole of creation to produce my food. My each feather now I hold creation in the feet. Being at the pinnacle of the position, it's secure. Its head and feet are firm and fixed. All the human beings are under his feet, and so are the other creatures of ecosystem. So here the hawk assumes hubris or excessive pride. It considers itself to have risen to the stature of God, which can be compared to the Satan in Paradise Lost. Just as in the Bible, God made the world, yet in Ted Hughes' hawk roasting, hawk feels it is the magnificent product of Almighty God, and the God has crafted him to rule and kill any creature according to his whims and fancies. The convenience of the high trees, the air's buoyancy, and the sun ray are of advantage to me, and the earth face upward for inspection. The trees are so well suited for his being, he says. The air and sun rays all offer him an advantage. He is situated at the top of the tree, he is presiding over it, and he feels that the air's buoyancy, the sun's rays, and the tree's top, they are all offering him the suitable position. Inspection here indicates military connotation, where creatures line in wait for the commanders of order. Here, according to the hawk, the earthly creature wait for his order. On a deeper level, the poem is an indictment of human vices. It not only suggests that animals are cruel and animals are instinctive, rather, people are also impulsive, though they are considered to be one of the greatest creation in the great chain of being. Or fly up and revolve it all around slowly, or kill where I please. There is no sophistry in my body, my manners are tearing my head. The underlying theme that animals act according to their instincts, or in a very layman's language, whims and fancies, and not reason, have been deftly crafted. Hawk claims that the entire sky is his dominion and he can wander uninhibitedly throughout the kingdom. There is no need for him to give an explanation, as it is the unproclaimed ruler of his kingdom. There is a satanic touch in these lines. Probably he undermines even the God when he says that there is none to question him, and the one who does will be answered by their head torn off. It can do just as it please. The allotment of death for the one path of my flight is direct. Through the bones of the living, no argument assert my right. Hawk is the one who chooses the destiny of not only himself but of other creatures also. He decides who will live and who will die. The predator is complacent about its position and sure about its unchallenged or unrivaled existence. It takes a flight only to kill its prey, and it is all encompassing, all pervasive, and unflinching in its spirit. The sun is behind me, nothing has changed since I began. My eye has permitted no change. I am going to keep things like this. The sun sets and rises, but for the hawk, nothing is ephemeral or temporary. Like the lasting nature of the brook, the hawk's ego is permanent. Though sinister, it is pure, true, and undiluted. We can often take pride and say that the hawk is true in its existence, true to its spirit, and unsophisticated. But its egoism is dominant, and he will grasp his feet deep and make sure his position and power sustains. The poem can often be compared to Ozymandias by Shelley, as, as it says, "My name is Ozymandias, king of kings. Look at my work, ye mighty and despair." Or even Paradise Lost, where Satan says it's better to rule in hell than serve in heaven.